And when I was listening to it, when you was playing it, I was thinking about what it took to achieve the Ozzy Keys to do what it does in this record. Okay, we know it goes. The way I used it was where the bass line is, doom, doo doo doo, doo doo, right? So
Mhm.
when she called me to the studio and she was explaining, she said, "I want to use the Ozzy Keys walk on by again." She said, "But I don't want to copy exactly what you did on Warning. I want you to do something different with the walk on by." And she said, "I have an idea to do a remake of Gladys Knight and the Pips if I was your woman, right?"
Mhm.
So then if we're gonna use the sample, the idea would be the sample some kind of way gonna have to be in tune with how she's using it for the song. So if you listen on the second verse, that's when it starts happening. I asked the engineer, I said, "Yo, can we can we put like a harmonizer on a sample and pitch and tune it to do, I mean, even further than what you can do inside the MPC and stuff like that?" He said, "Yeah." So that's why we took the walk on by. It starts on the second verse. You'll hear it go doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. It's listen to the pianos that she's playing, and it's following the chords that she's playing for the if I was your woman. It's just crazy, man. All of that is on what they call time stretching,
Mm.
where you could take a sample. Actually, what time stretching is varying pitch without varying the speed. That's what time stretching is. That was an interesting thing right there, aspect as far as what kind of work was done to the sample. It's just crazy, man, what you could do with samples and with sound, manipulating sound. All my producers and DJs out there, they know what I'm talking about. Time stretching, where you can
So,
play a record, even when you're DJing on the turntable,
yeah.
the Serato and Tractor. Take a song
Mm-hmm.
that's 96 beats per minute, and you play it as slow as 84 or kick it up to 106,
Mm-hmm.
and the pitch will be locked. The speed is varying, but the pitch is locked. That's so dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got that on my Serato.
Mm-hmm.
A good example is like G and the Bulldogs. The I Gotta Have It. How they like pitched it down, but it's still the same speed. It's crazy. And then they did that for the intro song. Let Me Be the
Yeah,
One. It's kind of crazy how they pitch it down. And this is early '90s. This might be '91 when they did that. So
I don't know if you
ooh,
I don't know if you guys can see it, but
that's Eddie F, bro.
uh I don't know if you can see. It's a bit awkward to show, but anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah,
Um,
and then you hear it again. What he said. Another example is Mary J. Blige. You don't have to worry.
uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Playing
Yeah.
with the Papa's got a brand new. I mean, yeah, Papa don't take no mess. Hmm.
I'm right there with you, man.
Then
mm,
Janet Jackson came. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They took that a step further. It was like, oh, you want to do that?
that's the way love goes, right?
Listen.
Yeah.
Sampling could be fun, man, but you just gotta be creative with it. Um, Looping to me is just boring. You have
Yeah.
to
Easy.
do exciting things like chopping, splicing, rearranging, um, readjusting the pitches, creative sampling. That's what I call it.
It becomes the instrument.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I don't loop records and I don't like to loop, but that's not a wholesome part of everything that I do.
I see Lakeitha's got her hand up for a minute now. Do you want to speak, Lakeitha? Lakeitha?
I'm here. I'm just mad at the Lions. Let me lower my hand. So, my question was like, obviously, when you producing the version that came out in 2003, like, how did you feel about the unplugged version for MTV in 2005? Because personally speaking, I prefer that version over this original one. And it had like so much passion and stuff to it. And I know like if you hear it, I'm sure you did, it's like, okay, how does that like make you feel just hearing like the two different versions, if that makes sense?
You're talking about Alicia Keys?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I don't think I heard the unplugged. I really don't.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I heard that. Was it all live instruments?
So like the unplugged version, obviously, like, you know, back in the day with MTV Unplugged, they always had like live instrumentation and stuff with the like songs. And the unplugged version, it just kind of gave you that vibe like you were at a jazz club or something like that. Like you can almost feel like the presence of Gladys Knight and the Pips there.
Right.
Oh my God, they just had a touchdown.
Okay, so the bass player, did the bass player imitate the do-go-do-do, 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 do-go-do-do? The bass player was doing that?
It's almost like they took away the Isaac Hayes elements from the song and they slowed it down. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Olu, have you heard that before?
You know what? I'm curious. Let me try and get up on. I'm gonna go on YouTube